Check, check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go.
Oh, eat your heart out, John Ryan, right down the middle. This isn't kicking it with Ballsy. No, it's kicking it with John Ryan, the only Saskatchewan kid to win a Super Bowl and a CFL veteran who started his football career in Regina, in the RMF, and has held it to what it is to giving back to the community, back to Regina Minor football. Segment, kicking it with John, to you by another great guy and his family, Arrow, Advantage Collision in Saskatoon and PA. They're the police shop that care. They're the best in-class auto body repair shop, OEM certified, and ready to meet in the quickest time possible. It's Kicking It with John Ryan.
Kicking it with John Ryan. It feels like forever since I talked to you last.
I know. It's like you have a brand new face.
I do, man. I do.
Look at you. Looking like Brad Pitt over there.
As you notice, though, I didn't go get the hair. You told me not to get the hair.
Yeah, you didn't do the hair, huh?
I'll tell you what. That's an interest. 22. You live in LA. How many people live in LA?
In LA County, I think it's 10 million.
Yeah, 22 million. Try that one on for size. In
Turkey.
In Istanbul. When I got back to Regina, I got stuck at that famous Winnipeg Street train, and normally I'd punch my dash. But I laughed out loud. I'm like, "This,
I'm good. I'm good."
I'm never bitching about traffic again. Yeah. I got the eyes peeled back. I was gonna go for like a slight nose lift. I know that's very LA-ish, very Hollywood.
It sure is.
So, but when they went in there, they found out like I had basically a massacre in my nose for the boxing that I did with the Wolf. And so, bone spurs, the whole 9 yards. So they had to do a pretty good makeover. It's still pretty swollen, but I recommend it. Teeth next, buddy. Teeth next.
How was Turkey? It was Turkey, right?
Yeah, like 22 million people are too much. 7 out of 10 people smoke.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Cigarette butts everywhere. They're nice, but not overly nice. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of, you're in a big city. People just keep their heads down. They don't. That's one thing about Saskatchewan we don't appreciate is just like,
hey, go away and come back and you'll appreciate it. Because I mean, it's really true what they say about how nice people are from Saskatchewan. Because
it's true.
I mean, I've been to Germany twice in the last couple of months. And I love it there. I love the people, but it's very much like you go into a bar and it's like, sit down, shut up, drink your frickin' beer, and don't talk to me again until you need a second beer.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean? Like,
that's how
it is. That's how it is.
But it's funny. You'll just be. In fact, Crescenda and I, we found one side street where there was nobody on it, and it's like I'm not taking picture of a beautiful mosque or something. I said we got to take a picture of this because we are on a street where there's nobody on the street but us. That is crazy. Like it's unbelievable. So you're doing your drinking advent calendar again?
Yeah. You know what? We've been doing it for 5 years now. We do our drink at these terrible freaking shots of alcohol, and it's been getting a little bigger every year. And this year we've done 4 episodes so far, and we've had over 4 million views. Like it's really catching on. And we do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on my Instagram page and my wife's Sarah Kelowna, and it's just fun. We don't make a single cent off it because Instagram won't pay us because we're drinking alcohol.
Wow.
So when we do other stuff, you get a little. They send you money every month.
Yeah.
They will not send us a single cent, even though we have about 1 million views every episode.
That's a ripoff. The last one you drank, you liked, though. What was it called? It was like a Takum or something.
Tuaca.
Tuaca.
I don't. From what I hear, Canadians don't know of it because I didn't know of it. And everyone from Canada's messaged me, what is that? It was the first one that we did was pretty good, but we've done some. Last week we did 3 in a row.
Yeah.
That put more hair on my chest than I want.
Well, you don't want hair on your wife's chest, so you should drink those.
No. Nair that off.
Hey, you could kind of see it over my shoulder. The Phillip Rivers Chargers jersey. So here's my question. Here's my question to you. Okay, Old Man Rivers is back. Is this genius or is this criminal by the Colts?
Man, it's somewhere in between.
Hear me out, John. And you're the NFL guy, Super Bowl guy, so I do want your opinion. like Rivers never lost a step because he never had a step.
Right.
He's got an elite mind, and he knows that offense like the back of his hand. They've got one of the best running backs in the league and a good offensive line. Like, I don't think I actually expect him to start this week against Seattle.
Really?
Yes, I do.
You're going that far.
Yeah.
As I said, I think it's somewhere in between. Quarterback is probably the most cerebral position in all of sports.
Yep.
You could argue a catcher is somewhere in baseball, somewhere right behind there. But playing quarterback in the NFL is 90% mental and 10% physical, if you agree with me or not.
Yeah, I do.
But when I look at the Colts' schedule right now,
Yeah.
their last 4 games are Seattle, the 49ers, Jacksonville, and Houston.
Yeah.
I think there's a good possibility, even if Philip Rivers isn't the quarterback, I think they would be happy to go 2-2.
Yeah.
Without their quarterback, I could see a world where they go 0-4 quite easily.
I think they go 3-1. I think they go 3-1. I think they lose to the Seahawks.
I think they
go to this. They beat the Seahawks or lose to the Seahawks. Pardon me. They beat the 49ers because the 49ers aren't that great. I know they've been winning because of injury, despite injuries. The Texans' offense stinks. They just got a really good defense, but the Colts have a good offensive line. And the Jags, I'm not sold on the Jags. I know they beat Riley Leonard and the Colts just now, but they didn't beat Philip. Here's what I think. This would be hilarious, and it would hurt me. I think the Colts get in at the expense of the Chargers because they won the tiebreaker versus the Chargers. Wouldn't that be something? Rivers knocks out the Chargers.
That really would be something. The Chargers were here in LA last week playing against the Oakland or Las Vegas. I was at the game, and Chargers looked good, but Oakland I can't stop. The Raiders looked awful. They are an awful football team.
They are.
And so going back to this, do you think a 44-year-old quarterback can come in there and go 3-1?
I think he can, and I think he will. I think he's a dog.
Really?
I think he's a dog.
Here's the thing. What has he been doing for the last 4 years?
Coaching his son's high school football team. Listen, he's still
he hasn't been playing high school football.
Sure,
He's been coaching high school football.
Okay, so you're right, and that's the part. Like you just can't. Like reps are so important. So I will give you that. And if he was he almost joined San Francisco last year. Shanahan said we almost signed him last year to play in the NFC Championship game because Purdy was hurt, but they did it. But if he's going to San Francisco or some offense where he has to learn, I get it. This is
right.
Him and Shane Steichen talk every week because they're really good buddies. He knows that offense like the back of his hand. And you just said it yourself. Yeah. It's 90% mental. They say his 100%. Arm's still good. And he had all the mobility of a light post before. So it's not like he's losing a step. You know what I mean? I know it's a fun.
Listen, I don't think it's going to work out well.
Yeah, okay.
But I want it to. I really want it to. Yeah. If he steps in and they go, as you said, if they go 3-1, he leads his team into the playoffs. 44-year-old grandpa. I'm all for it. I am here for it. I hope it happens.
For the old guys. Could you for you right now? Well, I'm old. You're not, but you're in his age bracket around there. So for
same age.
We're 44. Okay, so you're 44.
Just turned last month or November 26th. Yeah,
November 26th, baby. You got the same. I'm sorry, I didn't wish happy birthday. You got the same birthday as my nephew. So here we go. If you had to
same birthday as the 1989 Grey Cup champions, Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
That's right. That's one of the greatest Grey Cup of all time. Hey, so John, if you had to come in the last 6 games of the year for the Seahawks to punt right now, could you do it? Could you do it?
No,
you couldn't.
Absolutely not. In my head, I could. I did a commercial for some freaking brand last year. I hadn't punted a football in a year, and I'm like, it's going to be no problem. Because I really haven't punted a football since my last game, so I guess it's been 2 years, and it was awful. Like I apologize. I'm like, this is terrible. Please tell your children that I used to be good because this is awful. And I didn't realize how quickly it left me. So I think. For me, it would take 6 months, and I think I could be back in game shape.
So if you say that to me and you're a highly trained professional athlete who's won a Super Bowl and been around the block, then I'm probably way off base. I just want it to work out for Rivers because I like him so much.
I would love it for it to work out. Which is really interesting now is this pushes his Hall of Fame ballot back 5 years.
It does. It does.
He's now not eligible for the Hall of Fame until 2030.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was he going to be a Hall of Famer?
I think so. I think he should.
Well, I agree.
People will say he's not because he didn't win, but Dan Fouts didn't win shit, and he won all. He's passed Fouts on all the records.
Sure, Dan Marino didn't win shit.
Yeah, Dan Marino didn't win shit. Exactly. Okay, so let's talk about this though. Los Angeles is the home to two great quarterbacks. Now, one guy's getting all the love, Matthew Stafford, that he's like the leader for the MVP. I think the MVP of the NFL is Justin Herbert. That guy is an absolute stud. He has no tackles. Okay, I watch I watch every Chargers game. I watched the game yesterday. The dude a week ago had screws put in his hand, in his non-passing hand, a broken hand.
Monday afternoon.
Yeah, he's stiff-arming guys, and he willed them to victory yesterday along with their kicker, Dicker the kicker, by the way, best kicking name in the world.
Look, he was looked phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah, I think he's the best kicker in pro football, with all due respect to Aubrey and Dallas. But
sure.
He's the MVP. Justin Herbert is the MVP of the NFL right now.
It's funny that you say that. I don't disagree with you. I think he's a top 5 candidate right now, along with the other quarterback in LA.
Yeah,
when
Stafford.
you're here in LA,
the
Chargers are an afterthought.
Yeah.
They're playing the second biggest media market or the biggest media market, whether or not you think New York. And the Chargers are just like an afterthought. Okay, if you look at I was at the Chargers game last week. We were in a suite. The suite was I didn't pay for it because that's how I do it. But the suite was like $7,000 or $8,000. So I go on, I look. What's the same suite cost for a Rams game? The same suite cost $15,000.
Wow.
Everything is twice the price. It's the same as the Lakers and the Clippers. Everything is twice the price for the Lakers because people just don't care about the secondary team. And I think because of that, that's going to hurt him in the voting because he doesn't get the attention. I don't think I can argue with you. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. The guy left the game last week with a broken hand and came back in and led his team to victory.
Yeah.
I mean, he's doing incredible stuff like that, and I mean, I think the guy's phenomenal. I think he
was pressured, John. Sorry for cutting you off on 68% of his passes yesterday. That nobody's even been that close. So if John Ryan had to put that sweet Portland Pickles money and whatever other teams you own, are you now take your blue and green glasses off if you can? Okay,
sure.
And by the way, I like the Seahawks. What McDonald's doing there, what John Schneider's doing there, they're doing a great job. Sam Darnold, great. Boy, the Minnesota Vikings look stupid getting rid of him. But
do they ever?
You got the Seahawks, the Rams, or the Packers to win the NFC. Those are 3 juggernaut teams. Who you put? Because the Eagles are done. Who are you putting your money on right there?
Oh, man. Well, I can't take those glasses off, so I got to go with Seahawks. But after that, I really like this Rams team. They're a really good football team. I think that when we come into January and they're potentially playing in cities like Seattle, they're potentially playing in cities like Green Bay.
Yeah,
I think they're a team built to play inside. They're a team built.
Well, that's
to play
why
in
right now
California.
they've got the number 1 seed. They got to keep that number 1 seed.
Right. I think it's important that they do keep that because I don't think they're a team that's built. Potentially Chicago. Chicago's in that conversation as well. So I think the Seahawks are the best of those 3 teams, but I wouldn't be surprised if any 3 of those teams went all the way.
Okay, so here's a question for you. Which team is more a mirage? The New England Patriots or the Chicago Bears?
Chicago Bears.
You think so?
Yeah, I'm not totally believing it. It's I don't want to say it's smoke and mirrors, but I don't think they're as good as their record shows. Just like last night, we saw 2 8-4 football teams play, and I saw one team I thought was a really, really good football team, even though they didn't play that well last night in the Chargers. I thought both teams played very sloppy. It was one of the sloppiest 8-4 football games I've seen in my entire life. But when I look at a team like Philadelphia at 8-4 last night, I was like, this team is 8-4. They don't even have an identity yet.
No.
They're in week 14. They don't have an identity yet.
Yeah.
With Jalen Hurts, with Saquon Barkley, they have these freaking dogs, and they don't even know who they are.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on right now? So they're Philly is. I know you never have loved Jalen Hurts, but I was like, this football team is trash, to be honest with you. And the Chargers looked like a much better football team, and I don't believe Chicago yet. Okay, and I know that there's a bunch of fat guys eating bratwurst and Miller Lights in Chicago yelling right now, but I just don't believe it.
But okay, I'll give you that. But Caleb Williams can throw the ball. He is he can extend plays, man. And his accuracy is a bit of an issue. But I'll tell you what, I'm a believer in him. I think he's shown that he's worthy of a top pick.
Yeah, I agree with that because last year I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't even necessarily always see the potential. I didn't know where it was going, and because year number 2 is a big year for quarterbacks. Yeah, right. Like Peyton Manning had a shitty first year. Yeah, Peyton Manning's rookie year, I think he threw more interceptions than any. He threw like 30 interceptions or something like that. Yeah, like he was awful. And so when I see this guy, his progress from year 1 to 2, I think it's definitely going to move this team forward. And I think they. I don't feel like this team has had a good quarterback since Jim McMahon.
Oh, they haven't.
I mean, old Sexy Rexy took them to the Super Bowl behind one of the best defenses in the history of football because Sexy Rexy could barely throw a football. And so I think this guy is the answer for that city.
They've never had a 4,000-yard passer in their history. So
this is like a 100-year-old football team.
This is it. But I will say this. I know you're a Packer guy, too, so you inherently hate the Bears. I know. I can see that in your face. And my buddy Sean Kleisinger, who watches this and is a big John Ryan fan, Zinger, he'd say that's good that he's happy that you're like that. But let's be honest.
Well, Zinger's a good dude, too.
He is a good dude. So NFL is better when the Bears are better. Like, it was great to see a Chicago-Green Bay game that meant something. That was a good game. Like, it was a good game.
This is one of the oldest traditions in football. Yeah. I mean, this game goes back freaking forever, and it hasn't been on anyone's radar in back when I played. It was on the radar when they had Devin Hester, we had Brett Favre, and we were 13-3, and they were like 12-4.
It would have been the Aaron Rodgers going into and Charles Woodson going in and winning that game in the NFC Championship game when they were talking about the president, right?
But this rivalry is important to the NFL. And I've been a part of it, and I played in those games, and it's a fun environment to be in. I mean, I've been called names from freaking 60-year-old ladies in the crowd that I've never been called in my life. I swear to God. I had a 7-year-old woman yelling about my manhood, talking about what's in my pants the whole game. I said, "Lee, it's cold. It's cold. Give me a break."
Your wife doesn't even yell about your manhood.
Yeah,
that's good. Okay, so before I let you go, let's talk a little bit about the CFL schedule came out here. Yeah. And we've had debates on the show about the goalposts and what they're doing and everything like that. We're not going to go down that road, but and listen, the CFL. I'll always go down that road, but I'll give you a break tonight. I'll give you a break tonight. The CFL is doing a little better. Like the individual teams are doing a great job of marketing. They did that all access Grey Cup thing, which I'll give them credit for. And I do like the fact that the schedule is out early. This is the earliest it's ever been out. So kudos. But if you're going to put a schedule out, it can't be that hard to do it for 9 teams. How if we measure the fans, and the CFL measures itself against the greatest sports league in North America and in the world, the NFL. The NFL starts their next season with the defending champs against somebody, okay? The banner raising, they get the just due. John, the Riders have a bye week in week 1, along with the Argos and the Lions. First of all, how is a third of your league on a bye week in week 1, number 1? Number 2, why aren't the Alouettes and the Riders meeting in week 1? At Regina, a Friday night football like that. Come on, man.
They dropped the ball. I mean, I told you months ago, I'm trying not to shit on the CFL because
No, I
it's,
know.
it's the league that made me. I'm sitting in this chair right now because of the CFL. But
Sure.
I think also this shows how desperately we need a 10th team. We need a 10th team so fucking badly.
Yes, we do.
We have an 18-week schedule with a 21-week schedule, 3 bye weeks. It's ridiculous. And so I think it's obviously because in the CFL, because you play every team at least once, a lot of them 2 times, some of them 3 times, there's no excuse not to lead off the whole freaking season with that rematch. There's no reason whatsoever.
Well, wait, John. It gets worse. It gets worse. Sorry, it gets worse because the teams that met in the Grey Cup do not meet until October 12th, Thanksgiving. It's a back-to-back. So what you've done is you've taken that away, and you've ruined maybe a tradition because Ottawa was playing Montreal every Thanksgiving weekend, the natural rivalry geographically. It's like, yes, we need a 10th team, John, but we need some people that aren't interns running the league like in the office. Like, come on, man.
And you know what? Like, I've shit on the CFL for years saying, like, November 26th, November 20th, whatever, they shut off the lights and they turn them back on in May. Yeah. And it drives me nuts. And I will give they've done a good job with this release in terms of publicity, social media, which is totally free. So take advantage of that, CFL, and all that. So I've been on board with that. But to as you said, to screw up the schedule the way they have, oh God, it irks me a little bit.
Have you ever been as an owner in a scheduling meeting? Like, do you know what goes into that? Okay, so how hard can it be for 9 teams?
Well, here's the thing.
I'm asking that honestly.
No, absolutely. We're looking at 9 teams, looking at 18 games. When we're looking in baseball, we do in our league, there's 16 teams, 54 games.
Yeah.
So there's always arguments. The teams in Canada, they want to play on Canada Day. The teams in the U.S., they want to play on Independence Day. They want to play on July 3rd. Those are the big money games.
Yeah.
It always happens. These conversations happen, and then there's a lot of stadiums. They have other commitments to it. Right. It goes on and on. Whereas the CFL, most of these stadiums are primarily, outside of BC and Toronto, are primarily CFL stadiums.
Yeah.
So I don't quite see what the problem is.
Yeah.
And we're only talking about 18 games. We're not talking about baseball 162 or in the league that I own 54. We're talking about 18 games. It's not that much.
It is not that much. Okay, I'll let you go on this. We started talking about Christmas. Let's end with Christmas.
Oh boy.
Your best gift of all time, either as a kid or as an adult.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Now I feel like I have to talk about a gift that Sarah gave me, so I can.
Okay, so hold on. Take Sarah out of the equation. Before you met Sarah, best gift, okay? Because everything she gives you, you'll say is the best gift.
It was about 1992 or 93. I was 11 or 12 years old, and I got a Wayne Gretzky tabletop hockey set, and it was the first tabletop hockey where you'd change out the players. Back then, the San Jose Sharks were the big team. So I think I got 4 or 5. So you change out the players, that glass, that a scoreboard, the whole thing. Whereas back in the tabletop, the tabletops we grew up with, when we were 5 or 6, the old ones. And this was the first one where the players had curves on the stick. You could raise the puck and everything. The Wayne Gretzky tabletop hockey was probably the best gift I ever got.
That's awesome, man. Hey, on that note, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. We'll talk to you soon, okay, bud?
You too, buddy.